All right. Yeah, spider webs. Yeah, I forgot to look. Anyway, so I made it to the campsite. It's not hot at all. Beautiful, beautiful day. I wanted to show you a couple of things that I brought with me. Sorry, yeah, a little thirsty. So I did walk about 2.25 miles. I took a little loop. I hope I got the deer in the shot. I hope you can see it. I saw 4 deer on the way, which is pretty cool. I live around the Cumberland County area. This is Harnett County. Um, People say there's deer in Cumberland County, but yeah, I haven't seen very many. Anyway, I wanted to show you what I brought with me. I brought my North Face backpack that I bought in the Philippines. It's not North Face. Looks sort of like it. Performs like it. But I wanted to show you what I brought with me. What we're gonna what we'll be playing around with in the woods this today and tomorrow. I only got the campsite until tomorrow at lunch. This is a 1-day trip. I just wanted to reach out and show people that, camping's fun. That walk was not very bad. Not very many hills. This is a very beautiful place, and this is campsite number 1. If you look down the way, all the way down that walk path, that's the next campsite on the other side of the walk path. So you sort of feel like you're out here by yourself, which is pretty awesome. Anyway, some of the things I brought. I brought, of course, a thermocell. Let me go get it. I'm not prepared. Jeez. Anyway, if you don't have one of these, it's like 19 bucks. And I don't know if you can see the smoke coming off of it, but it emits a little bit of a smoke. Mosquitoes were horrendous when I got here. Guess what? No mosquitoes, which is pretty cool. I brought a solar charger. Always charge these before you bring it. That's if you charge it before you bring it, and then you set it out in the sun, you see it's blinking, it's charged up. It'll finish charging. I also brought a few headlamps. I brought these headlamps. These things were on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. 800 lumens, fairly bright. They're pretty bright, but they have a lot of modes on it that I like. It has a night mode that shows red, and you hang it up your tent, and it won't. It it doesn't disturb the wildlife, and it doesn't create blindness. I brought 3 of those. For you coffee drinkers, AeroPress. You don't know what an AeroPress is? I'll show you that when I make a cup of coffee. I brought me a little tin. So I went into the sporting goods department looking for like a little cup or something I could boil stuff in or whatever if I catch some fish or if I just wanted to make a cup of coffee or something. So I went in the sporting goods section. There were 14, 15. I mean, it's outrageous how much they were. But I got this in the appliance section where they got utensils for $2. I'll put that in the description. I did bring some tackle, really light, beetle spins, small tackle, that kind of stuff, because when you're out in the wilderness, if you are going to if you're going to live off of fish, don't bring big jerk baits and stuff like that. You want to go small. You never want to go out and say, I'm going to go catch the biggest bass and bring 10-inch plastic worms. You can bring those, of course, but don't rely on those to be your source of food. Beetle spins in this area, you cannot go wrong. Of course, some hooks, a tarp, This is just in case it rains. I can put it over one of these trees. And if it gets hot, I can put it over as a shelter. I'm going to use this. The ground's sort of wet, so I'm going to use this as my ground blind. I mean, my ground cover. It's not supposed to rain. More tackle, corks, hooks, sinkers, beetle spins. You get it. Brought a hammock. This is the hammock that I reviewed on Temu. Not packed up very well, but I just threw it in there. It's fine. But I'm gonna hang these. There are some trees, so that's awesome. So I'm gonna hang up my hammock so I'll have a place to sit. I'm at a picnic table. It's pretty good. I brought a hatchet. I'm not going to show you what I got it covered with. Anyway, I brought a hatchet. This is my son's hatchet. Just a basic hatchet. I think it was pretty cheap, but it's very sharp. And I can cut up some of the dead lying stuff laying around. Like I said on our walk, please don't cut up a bunch of live shrubs and stuff. It's just not, it's not good for the environment. You're killing trees that are trying to repopulate for the bigger trees. Don't do it. I brought a fillet knife. I made this sheath. I don't know if I have a video on how to make that, but it's made out of a piece of PVC, a PVC pipe. It is a Dexter fillet knife. I like Dexter because they're cheap. I think I paid 16 bucks for this, but they are incredibly sharp and very flexible. Water filtration system. Done a lot of research on water filtration, and this is a Sawyer's. This is a Sawyer water filtration system. It was 28 bucks. $28, but it will filter 100,000 gallons of water. Just find the cleanest water you can find, run it through the filter. It comes with a bag, a flush, a straw, if you're into straws. I am not. This is probably, if I had to leave everything at home, I would bring this and this. I did bring a saw, cut up some of the dead standing stuff. I will try to find some dead standing timber. I see some over there for my fire. I brought a cast net. That's not necessary, by the way, but I make cast nets. I did not bring my 11.5-foot cast net because it weighs 17 pounds. This weighs approximately 2 or 3 pounds. I bought this from Temu. It's a little tiny 3-foot net, and it's great for bait. So back in the creek, I saw a lot of bait fish, so I'll probably go back in there, and we'll see if we can't catch some bait. If we don't, I brought some worms. I know, that's cheating. Not necessary, but necessary. If you don't want to get eat up, well, I brought this. If Repel is 100% deep, don't spray this on the skin. A lot of people spray it on their skin. They don't read the directions on the back. A little goes a long way. Base of your socks, on your hat, maybe around your neck area, waistline, keeps the ticks away and the mosquitoes, and it works very well. If you're allergic to DEET, don't put this on. It does last for 10 hours, by the way. I bought a tent. This tent was $52 on Amazon. I did set it up before I came. Please do that. Don't buy a brand new tent and then set it up at the campsite, please. And brought a sharpening stick, stone, rod, ferrule rod. And I brought me a little knife. I brought a ferrule rod. Extra gas and refills for my Thermacell. And sunscreen. Because my wife said I need it. Just kidding, honey. I know you're going to watch this. She's only looking after my health. I appreciate it. And I love her very much. I also brought 2 rod and reels. Let's flip so you can see. I brought 2 rod and reels. This is a Dock Demon. I know you've probably seen them on Hey Skipper or other shows, but it's called a Dock Demon by Zebco. Somebody gave me this for a present, and you would be very, very surprised just how strong this thing is. I fish with it in the coast off a dock. And then I brought my slightly larger rod, not huge, but it's a Lew's Inshore Signature Series. It's called a Speed Spin. It does run 6-to-1, yeah, 5.8 to 1. It's not like a real high speed, but 0 reverse, and it's pretty good for this kind of area, especially if you're fishing down in the Cape Fear, fishing in the creeks. You want this. My backpack, as I mentioned before, that you can't see. Okay, my backpack. It says North Face. It's not a North Face. I bought it in the Philippines. And my trusty walking stick. Just kidding. I picked this off the ground. But if you like to purchase a walking stick, go ahead and go get one. Let me show you around. I will show you around the campsite. All these campsites come with fire ring. I don't know if they all come with that bench, but they come with a picnic table, and they come with a lantern holder, and fairly cleared out. As you can see, the ground is wet. Not sleeping on the wet ground. So where do you put your where do you put your stuff? Where do you put your camp? Where do you set up your tent? That's entirely up to you. But I would not set it up in mud, per se mud. Don't set it up in mud. Please, don't set it up in mud. I would set it up, yes, somewhere flat, no rocks, that kind of stuff. No rocks, no sticks, unless you want a very uncomfortable sleeping experience. So that's all the stuff I brought. It is very much overkill. I understand that, so don't give me a bunch of crap about it. Unless you want to, I can take a hit. But as I go along with these videos, I will bring less and less and less and less until I only bring a tarp, an axe, and a ferrule rod. And it won't be a campsite. It will be in the middle of nowhere. It is quite breezy today. Well, not real breezy, but it is breezy. Thank God. So this is wonderful. So the temperature again is like 75, 80 degrees, but we're under a canopy. So, you know, thank the Lord that we're under a canopy. It's very nice. It's a little breezy. Thermacell's keeping the bugs off. If not, I got the DEET. And DEET will do it. All right. I'll get back with you after I set up my camp, and I'll show you what it looks like.